back.
Lenticular.
Turn of the 90s cards, a lenticular. I would stare at these things for hours back before there were smartphones. All right, we got a earthquake commemorative card. I don't think I ever had one of these. Nice. Cal Daniels, what a potential career he could have had. Dan Quisenberry.
Oh man, that's a name from the 90s.
Gone before his time, you know. I heard a fantastic dude.
Dan Quisenberry.
Hall of Famer Harold Baines. I did not think lifetime.
There you go. What'd he get? A lot. Was he really rookie in 70s?
This is a 1990 pack. I think it was 91, 92. He was on Seinfeld. Gained real immortality.
This says 74 though, Cardinals.
Yeah.
So he started. I didn't realize he started in the early 70s.
Long career, yeah. Patterson. Oh, Jeff Kunkel, all-time name team of the 90s.
It is?
Well, I mean, in terms of
Kunkel.
just fun names to say, he was up there. Don Cerruti, do not remember. Oh, Eric Yelding. He was supposed to be a thing, time upon a time.
Jack Dougherty.
And Eric Anthony. Oh, okay. How old are these things?
Very.
Okay. All right, next up, Fleer 92. Gale. Julio Franco. This guy, so he is 10 years into his career at this point, and a good 16 more from retirement. Madness. Lewis. A lot of Mark Lewis's here. Sam Wallach. Oh, I remember that time. Oh, we have a rare sighting of the other Kevin Brown here. This is a 2 Kevin Brown day for the breaks. Rick Sutcliffe. Cubbies of the Youth.
These do not have the vintage smell. Just saying.
Yeah, they're pretty clean.
Mike
Jackson carved out quite the career for himself after this. And speaking of, early catching early on, Tom Glavine. Wilson Alvarez. Oh, I remember the days when I still hadn't picked the team. The Cubs were on in the afternoon and the Sox weren't. It was harder to catch the Sox on TV when you had a curfew.
Are you a Sox guy or a Cubs guy?
I'm a Cubs guy, but I think everything is circumstance. Chicago had 2 things that they don't have most places. They had day baseball and they had day Jeopardy, and so these are the things I could watch when I came home from school and my parents weren't home yet to police the television. And
and the Thundercats. Cartoon, maybe. That's what I remember.
I never.
You were watching Jeopardy. I was watching Thundercats.
I never dreamed of being one of the Thundercats, but one of the Ninja Turtles that would have done it for me.
Raphael or Donatello?
Oh, I was a Raphael
or Michelangelo.
guy. The sass from Raphael was definitely my thing. I was always a sassy kid, and I grew up to be a sassy adult too.
Did you like all the movies?
Messire Roscoe.
What did you think of the live? They started getting a little crazy.
The live action did not do it for me. I really preferred the animation. And when they tried to make it like an adult thing, a cartoon that appealed to adults too, that didn't really do it for me either.
It's really cheesy. I came across it the other day, and it was so cheesy.
Hello, we're picking up all kinds of all-timers here. I was a Cubs kid, but I was always a Frank Thomas guy. I thought, it was weird to me that people thought Sammy was the star of the town. Frank was always the no doubt Hall of Famer in my mind. Again, people didn't care about walks back then. Guy would on base 450 every year. No one cared. It was strange to me.
Times changed.
Back from the days of the knuckleball.
Tom Candiotti, that's a name from the past for me.
Lee Stevens, who was later traded for Grady Sizemore, Cliff Lee, and Brandon Phillips for the all-time heists. Oh, we got record setters Joe Carter, one of the opposite of Moneyball, one of the all-time overrated players of my youth, but he was fun to watch.
He's not a Hall of Fame?
Oh, he was a guy who would knock in 100 runs every year, but do it with a 300 on base, and it was like providing no value to the team, but being famous for doing it. It was a different age. And Darryl Irvine, I do not remember. A lot of big names in that pack. That was a good one.
They filled out their checklist in these days, that's for sure. They put everybody.
Tops 92. We'll see how they've evolved. Oh, we got pictures of the stadium on the back of the card now.
Nice borders.
One of my definite favorite players of my youth, Jim Abbott. Fun story.
I'm guessing you can find some Jim Abbott stuff on that floor.
Oh, yeah, okay. And
maybe.
Took him a while to get into the hall, but
there he is.
He's there. Another guy who would, on base 450 every single year. They just didn't care about it.
So when you say on base percentage, what is that? Any way you reach the base, that's considered?
Yeah, I mean, I think they technically don't count catcher's interference or things like that, or reaching on errors. But yeah, like hit by pitch, walks. I mean, Edgar was hitting 350 every year too. It's not like it was an empty 450, but I don't know. People just didn't pay attention to these stats back then. Darren Lewis, I remember he had a streak of errorless games that became a story. He was a fan.
Oh.
Kenny Lofton Astros card. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, he had 20 games there before they shipped him off.
Where'd he go? Braves? Kenny Lofton?
This was
Indians.
to the Indians first.
Indians,
Someone pointed out that if they hadn't traded him, you could have had a Lofton Biggio Bagwell top of the lineup for a whole decade. That's missed opportunities, Mike Bilecki. Another Joe Oliver. Tom Browning. Mr. No hit.
A couple of him.
And led the league in runs given up the year that this card came out. It's good. It's nice that they put these things in bold red to commemorate them for you.
What were those? What are they highlighting?
He had some of them were games started, but this one in the past year was runs and earned runs given up. And
37.
Would you look at this? We got a scratcher card here. I don't know if anyone has a coin available for me to try and win a prize. Let's see how long ago we need to submit this to win. It's a winner's list must be claimed by January 1993. We can visit the Topps booth and see if anything works there. Okay, let's see. We need to get 3 stats to match the winning stat. Okay, so void if removed. I've already voided the card by scratching the wrong thing. That's okay.
God damn it.
I get a pack of 10 cards if I win this prize. And I need to match 2 runs. Is that right? No, I need to.
What do you got?
I need to match the winning stat of 48. Let's see. All right, I got fly out, I got pop out, I got line out, but I got 240. I got 3 48s. That's 3 stats to match winning stat before I get an out. But I scratched 3 outs already, so I'm done. I'm done. Even though there were 3 outs on the card, I could have, or 3 48s on the card. I could have got them if I knocked them all down before the 5 outs. The odds were against me. Let's say.
That's what that means.
But before I ever had to worry about things like parlays, the math of these things didn't concern me, and I always thought I was so close to a winner. But
what do you like more when you play? Do you like poker? Do you like playing and watching and betting on the games, or do you like fantasy football?
There are times when I will bet games and I can't even watch them because I get it stresses me out too much to watch how the silliest things cost you your money sometimes.
Oh my God.
It's tricky. I do like sometimes. We had 2-time defending home run champ Cecil Fielder here. There are times where one of the big things I do now is in commercial breaks of a football game, I'll make live bets where they put up a new line for the game. If a team gets out to a hot start, and sometimes I think they overreact to those kind of things. And that, of course,
second half stuff or just real time.
Real time, kind of. Yeah, I mean they have second half also. They sometimes will screw up. You want to. If you're betting on a football game on Sunday morning, the smartest people in the world have had a week to look at those odds. But if you get the halftime lines right when they come out, or the in-game lines right when they come out, that's
you might get some good
value. That's when you can get some value. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely root for the Raiders to get off to a hot start, and that helps you. A couple of my favorites here, Chris Sabo and Kevin McReynolds, carved out some nice little. Very good.
Which one is that?
Oh yeah. So my daughter, she sees me yelling at the TV, and she'll say things like, "They're not even trying to cover at the TV."
Oh my goodness! They're not even trying to cover.
Oh, this. Okay, so we're now opening a. What do we got here? It's a top. It is a top big baseball cards second series, and this one is glossy. You can see the shine coming off of these things. And not only that, they come up with a comic here. He pitched back-to-back shutouts. His father pitched in the majors for 19 years, and his teammates nicknamed him Rainbow.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and smell that one.
Oh,
that's a good one.
And do you know what happened when I picked up these cards? Is I looked at they had 1 year of stats on them, and I got mad because I wanted years and years of data.
Oh yeah, you wanted to see all the years.
I hit home runs by the bushel, he says. Clear, great representation of Jesse Barfield on the back of this card, by the way. I think he might have just drawn these for any player could. Steve Buechele, he got traded to the Cubs when I was a kid. I remember
Steve Buechele
for him for a few years. He was John Elway's roommate at Stanford, huh? We got Elder Griffey here. Hails from same hometown as Hall of Famer Stan Musial.
I didn't know that his name was George Kenneth.
Yeah, yeah, juniors too. His son Ken Jr. plays in Mariners chain. A great representation of Ken Griffey Jr. here on the yard too. We got wonderfully done here. Johnny Ray. From the Come On Eileen song. Oh, Jim Sundberg. Not to be confused with Brian Sandberg. I struggled keeping those two straight for a little bit when I was a kid.
Sundberg.
Yeah.
Jim had 6 ribbies. 1985 playoffs.
Yeah.